the whole landing on the moon. I don't know if I believe in that.
I have skepticism about that.
The only reason why I don't believe it, because I was just...
You know how difficult that is from an engineering standpoint?
At that time?
Some people think it's just so easy to just fly up there. It's astronomically ridiculous.
But at that time, the so-called landed on the moon... They were in competes with other countries, seeing who could do it first.
They just want to scare the Soviets, saying, "Hey, if we can get a guy on the moon, we get a missile right on your fucking ass,
well,
right between your nutsack."
But then I would say, you know how much our technology has advanced in these past years.
Yeah.
Why don't we do it again?
Right.
What's the point? What do you need to go there for?
Well, why do you send stuff to space to learn? You know what I mean? It says you're always trying to learn. So I would think,
if they already went there, why would they need to go back?
I think they could do to studies what things are.
If you watch movies from 25 or 30 years ago, and on the bottom it says the year 2020, it's all flying cars. None of that stuff is happening.
Technology, we could have been at that point, but why? This country and other countries have to support all the slackers, all the welfare recipients, all the immigrants, all the AIDS-infested drug addict faggots that want their free food, their free medical care.
He's on a roll.
Yeah, you said you were going to trigger somebody.
And we should have had flying cars by now. We should have been
No, we should not. There never will be
That's
flying
the reason
cars.
we don't, because the schools
you can't drive on the fucking ground.
The schools are paying too much attention to the slackers. They put too much funding into the ghettos.
It'll never
happen. They put too much funding into the handicapped that you're going to get anything out of them. Instead of putting funding with the best and brightest and concentrating on that, we would have had a higher standard of living. But we got to put up and take care of the slackers. We should have fun. Our standard of living should be much better. You should be able to have one man and support a household. You can't even buy shit now. The economy is so screwed up. You can't even put decent food on your... Can't even have a family like me. It can't even freaking support a child. The standard of living sucks. And it's because we're taking care of slackers and deadbeats and cookie cutters that don't want to work. That's why. In schools, wasting time on black history, wasting time with Martin Luther King holiday bullshit pandering. Who the fuck is he? He simply said, judge people by the character, not the color of their skin. So what the fuck you getting a holiday for? To mess up the fucking economy. Millions of people have said that before you and after you. What the fuck did that coward ever do? I saw a video of him, the little troublemaker. Every time he heard a gunshot, he jumped and like a little fucking worm. And why is every neighborhood, you go to the worst part of the neighborhood, it's Martin Luther King Boulevard, full of drug dealers, thieves,
that's very accurate.
Counterfeiters, crack whores, transsexual filth.
I want to say, hold on real quick.
Degenerates.
I want to say that is very correct. Any Martin Luther King Boulevard is always exactly what
everything I said about him is correct.
And
he gets a holiday because you want to pander to them. Well, guess what? That's why our standard of living sucks. And until a politician addresses that, I could think of a million people more than him. Then you hear people say Martin Luther King's the finest this country's ever produced. What the hell did he invent? What disease did he cure? See, nothing but a troublemaking coward that doesn't have the balls to fight like other countries did for their rights and independence. Those people died in the Civil War, in the War of 1812, and the Revolutionary Wars. They died in the trenches in World War I to fight for their country's freedom. There were atomic bombs dropped on other countries, but they came back. Now, what do these bloodsuckers do? We send them aid over to their stinking, rotten continent. Then we kiss their ass over here by giving them a president, an affirmative action president, an affirmative action football coach, Mr. Pittsburgh Steeler. He doesn't deserve it. And people start getting pandering to that lower class. You know, pretty soon we're going to have a gay fucking queer sodomite day. Oh my God. And it's nothing but dragging us down. I mean, you just stop it. Put a stop to it.
God. You know, we were just talking about flying cars and stuff.
Lenny woke up.
We were talking about flying cars in 2020 and flat Earths, and it turned into a 5-minute rant.
That was great.
Of Martin Luther King having his own day.
You feel better now, Leonard?
No, it gets me sick. Free at last. Free at last. Well, get the hell out of this country and set up one of your own, Mr. Freedom. We're free at last. Really? You still bitching about being persecuted with your little marches and your Black Rights Matter?
Oh, boy.
And you're being shot by police? Oh,
Put
we
your
need
fucking hands up.
reparations for slavery. Yeah, we built the White House. You couldn't even build a fucking sandcastle. And they're teaching that rubbish shit in people's public schools, Catholic schools, private schools. I don't want to hear it. Because nobody, no politician speaks up about it. What the hell did he ever do? Really, somebody bring forth something that he did to benefit this country.
I think he started the movement of ending slavery, right? No. Are we talking about Martin Luther King?
He just as may well have. He just as may well have. Because
we know somebody who skipped
because
class
the white cookie cutters are responsible for that.
Expect that from Jason, Nate.
What are we talking about here? I'm so lost.
Slavery. Sign me up.
No,
get me out on the plantation. Get me to breed with the biggest and strongest slave. Let me eat the free food. Let me go out there and work and get whipped domination style. Let some girl take me as a slave. I'd like it. Where do I sign up? Don't give me this slavery bullshit.
Fuck the master's wife.
It's paradise.
Wait, I'm so confused.
It's paradise.
Wait, I have to understand.
And then I say, you got to pay my descendants 200 years from now. You owe them something. I don't know you shit. I think we owe them is a fucking bullet in the head.
Oh, Jesus.
For what they're doing to this country for years. Bunch of slobs. Sucking down 40-ounce, getting high. It's a big party, isn't it? Fun. Fried chicken. Junk food. Then you get diabetes and go on disability. Who has to pay for it? We do.
Oh, okay. We're talking about how... I'm so lost, man.
We are lost. That is, we are lost.
But you
people got so used to that shit.
And he's
it's like
his love for the holiday Kwanzaa.
It's like a thing it's like an ingrained propaganda.
Hey, well, I'm glad I got the day off because he freed the slaves.
He might as well have.
Hold on. What are we talking about?
He might as well have.
That's
might as well have.
That's like when Jane was.
I didn't say free the slaves.
Yeah, you did.
Did I? Or
yeah.
Dude, I'm so lost.
That was like when Jane thought Don
King
was
that,
Martin Luther King in Costco.
Wait, he had the okay.
She said, "I loved your I Have a Dream" speech.
Yeah, she said that to Don King.
Hold on. Okay, so I did say that.
Yeah,
okay.
You did.
I think Don King did better than Martin Luther King for this country anyway. He gave people jobs, paid his taxes. This guy did neither, and this guy's a womanizer too, I heard. Little pervert.
He wrote the I Have a Dream speech.
Yes.
Oh, you have a dream.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's great. Simpleton.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Leonard.
And these white cookie
Well, you guys
cutter
wanted to know
cowards.
what he felt about MLK Day. There you have it.
And by the way, I think there will be flying cars. I think that
there will be, of course.
I think we already have technology for it. That's my own personal thinking. But things are
You
got to
get people EBT cards, Obama phones.
No, I'm talking about flying cars and shit.
Well, that's why we don't, because you got so much money for the Obama phones.
No, we don't, because people can't drive regular cars. The fuck are they going to drive a flying car? If anything, everything should go to electric.
We got drunk. Yeah, I think. Because eventually there's going to be no more oil.
So dependent on gas.
Well,
oil.
Eventually there's going to be no more oil. Eventually, we're going to suck that shit straight up, and then
there's so much in the ocean that it would last for 400 years. I heard.
Well, also the electric car.
But they don't want some damn...
free. Sunlight is free. Just get solar panels.
That's too inefficient. Wind power and sunlight. That's what the cookie cutter Green Party says. They're talking out of their ass.
You got to evolve, Leonard. If
there's
a better way to do things, that's
evolving.
how you do it.
Drill into the ocean, yeah. Something we're not allowed to do.
I would like building a Tesla, by the way.
It's got to be a pain in the ass, though, to do that drilling in the ocean.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I think it's one of the hardest jobs in the world or some shit like that. You have to live on that thing, I think.
Pay people enough, they'll do it.
Of course, anybody's has a price.
Everybody's got an opinion.
Yeah, of course.
Opinions are like assholes.
Speaking of pussy moves,
they all stink.
This holiday is a pussy move.
Again,
they're telling people the white people did something wrong. For hundreds of years, we're evil. We did something wrong, and this Martin Luther King came and righted the wrong of the evil people. Well, I'll tell you who's evil. The person that when you go breaks into your car, breaks into your house, and the statistics will tell you the same. Gets all the welfare, steals all your stuff. You have to lock everything up because of why. You know why. I don't need to say it. But we're wrong. White culture's wrong. We're wrong. We're still wrong to this day. That's what that holiday represents. And that's pandering, and that's wrong. They're wrong. I'd have a freaking holiday for Andrew Jackson or someone that cleared those filth bags off the land.
A holiday for you.
For everybody. For every sane human being
Today's
that
Monday.
cares about going to work, doing your job, having a little fun, pay a little bit of taxes,
You consider
and then
yourself sane?
have some damn safety. Yeah, have some safety in your life instead of worrying about you can't drive here. You can't go to Dearborn, Michigan because of so and so something and others. Bullshit. But we're wrong. Our culture's wrong. Fuck you. That's what I say to people that celebrate it, pander to it, and even mention it. And that's a fact.
We did.
Well, people need to hear it some more, and they need to hear it in public schools. And I'll gladly tell any kid that. They'll try to censor you for that. Why? We're evil. We're wrong. Bullshit.
Because you're not allowed to have an opinion.
Yeah, right. Bullshit. We're not, but they can. They can give a holiday to this creep who's nothing but a troublemaker, ruin the economy, boycott the busing system. For what? Shit.
Boy, it really affected you, huh?
Yeah, come to think of it, when the truth comes out, when you look at all that brainwashing, and I went to Catholic school. We're the bad guy. We're evil.
You definitely know about brainwashing.
That's all that has. We're evil. We're the wrong ones. We made the mistakes. Bullshit.